I and several other people in our neighborhood knew Doug as a friend, and again, you had to. I have to preface this again by stressing, we knew him when he was much older, and he didn't really talk about what he did or who he was. He mostly talked about his bodily functions. He was very obsessed with going to the bathroom, with making bowel movements. It was something that he dreaded every morning because, well, when you get older, I guess it's just harder for the feces to come out. It would stay in there, and he would complain about how he would have to strain to push it out, and about how vigorously he would have to wipe his anus. He was That was a real sticking point for him. He would talk often about how he would have to use two different types of toilet paper to wipe his anus to get it really clean. And sometimes he would talk about this often, and sometimes it was like this. You conjure images in your mind you didn't want to contemplate, and it was like the scene in the Leo DiCaprio movie about Howard Hughes and how he'd be constantly washing his hands. Like there's one scene where he's washing his hands so hard that his hands bleed, except that it's not his hands, it's his anus. And he would talk about how he would have to make these man ponds for himself. That's what he called them. You just fold up little pieces of toilet paper or even bandages and sort of put them up there. Um, I don't think it was really that bad. Certainly wasn't enough that it would bleed on himself or something, but maybe it would get kind of greasy in there and it would make him really uncomfortable. And that's the impression I got from the way he mentioned it. And the point is, he would mention this a lot. We would talk about this over meals and drinks. You know, it wasn't exactly the best first impression he made, because when he would be talking about this, one of my female friends to this day refers to Doug as the ass guy.